I was like, man, if I just keep going, like, I'm gonna wind up dead.
I want to talk to you about Rio. To what extent do you think the public generally thinks all that was entirely made up by you, when in fact, the large majority of it was true?
I think everyone in this world, I mean, just knowing what I know now, it's like people just read the headlines. And I mean, I'm not blaming anything on like social media or media. I'm not doing that because, you know, it was me. I did it. But I wish they did get the full story and they actually had the full story, the facts, which I said. I just fabricated just one little part about the gun not being like pointed at my forehead. It was like 4 or 5 feet away at my chest. That's the thing I fabricated, but everything else was true.
There was no vandalism in the gas station. Yes, he was robbed. Yes, he fabricated having the gun pointed to his head. It was pointed to his chest. I mean, so, you know, it was wrong. Being a U.S. Olympic team member was wrong. He was a role model. Those things were wrong, but it's, you know, wasn't as bad as what the media portrayed, I think.
And it just ran, like it just spread like wildfire. It was all over. The thing I hate the most is it happened during the Olympics and it took away these other athletes' glory. The people winning a medal, it took away from, or being at the Olympics, it took away from that because this took over everything. I got home and I couldn't turn on the TV without seeing my face on there. I shouldn't have went on social media, and I did, and I was reading comments of, I was getting death threats, being like, you need to die, go kill yourself, you're a scum. Just the worst of the worst. The thing that got me the most was the little kids being like, I used to look up to you and now I don't. That's what got me. But I mean, everything happens for a reason. And my wife now, Kayla, she was my girlfriend at the time.
Of only a number of months.
And she stuck with me through this. And if this didn't happen, who knows? Like, we probably wouldn't have gotten married, or like, we have no idea. Like, there's only one way to go in me and Kayla's relationship, and that's up. Because basically, we've hit rock bottom. And we've been through the worst of the worst. But we stuck together, and she's my rock. She helped me through everything. It got to a point where I was crying, and I was like, Kayla, maybe if I go to sleep and not wake up, it'll be fine for everyone. Because I just didn't want anyone to be sad or hurt by me. Meaning, like, if I went to a remote island and was just disappeared, then everyone would be happy. That's what was going through my head, and then Kayla basically kind of slapped me and said, you're better than this. Like, don't let them win. You know what happened. Like, you have to fight this. Like, we're gonna fight this together. And I did. And I'm still trying to fight my way back.
Both of us had to do a lot of self-reflecting, and still self-reflecting, of just, you know, understanding things, and, you know, you have these mistakes and setbacks, but I feel like overall, in the very end, those are what make you the better person and make you stronger and make you learn and, you know, not make the same mistakes over again. After that, sponsors everyone left me. I had no one. Not one single person except my family. And then a couple of my friends. Everyone else left me. So now it's hard getting like sponsorships now.
What was the 10-month ban for that you received?
I think it was for breaking the protocol rule of like being out late. Like it was just the biggest story. So I feel like USA Swimming was like, well, we have to give them a pretty hefty like ban because it's so big.
And then you're just finally through that first ban, and then you're, completely innocent,
Yeah.
getting a, what is it, B12 IV?
I got a B12 IV because
with Kayla wasn't feeling
Kayla
well.
was sicker than a dog. My son Caden was sick, and like everyone was getting sick, and I didn't want to get sick. Like I can't afford to get sick for my family. Like that will take me out of swimming. Like I can't do that. So
And you guys post a picture of it on Instagram.
yeah, not
This
knowing
was-
anything
Right.
because I was like, oh, I'm getting B12. Not one performance enhancement at all. It was vitamins. And I guess the USA Swimming wanted to make an example out of me again or something. I don't know. So I agreed. I was like, you know what? This is my fault. I agree with whatever sentence you guys give me. And they gave me a 14-month ban because of I had too much liquid in an IV, intravenous. It was the amount of liquid. I was like, so wait, you're saying I could have had just regular water, or I could have had straight steroids, and it would still be the same? They're like, yeah, you just can't have that much liquid in an IV. And I'm like, okay.
I was just like, are we being punked? Like, is this a f***ing joke? Like, honestly. And then again, those headlines were, whatever they were, Ryan Lochte caught for doping violation. And I'm like, so then people start thinking, oh my God, he was using steroids and all this stuff. It was vitamins. It was
Right.
literally vitamins, and I felt like it was my fault, I posted it first. So it's like, I don't know, I just put a lot of the thing on I blame myself a lot for it.
Why do you think they suspended him 14 months over that?
You can ask me, you can ask about 200 other coaches in this country, and we all are in agreement. We don't know. That was very severe. It would be like a kid going into a candy store, stealing a Milky Way, and putting him up for 25 years in prison. That's how ridiculous it was.
It was actually after that second ban that you reached your lowest point, right?
Yeah, after that second ban, I was like, maybe I should just stop. I mean, I went to 4 Olympics. I have 12 Olympic medals. Like, that's a pretty good run. Like, maybe I should just give it up. But no, I want to prove everyone wrong.
I read a quote where you said you recognized at the time, though, if you continued down the path you were continuing down, you said you thought you'd end up dead.
Oh, 100%.
Makes
It was
you say
just one bad thing after another that was happening. And I was just in this spiral, like staircase going just down, down, down. I was just always getting in trouble. Like I was drinking too much. I was just not, my head wasn't in the right spot. And it was just kicking down doors of hotel rooms or just doing anything stupid, just not thinking with a clear head.
Why did you decide to go to rehab?
Because I wanted to. I started realizing like, this is not me. Like, this is not Ryan Lochte. I was like, I need to wake up and smell the coffee. Like, I need something. I need to change something. So I checked myself in rehab. And just like hearing other people's stories, I was like, man, if I just keep going, like, I'm gonna wind up dead. But yeah, it was a wake-up call. It was just, I was going down the wrong tube.